Welcome back, wrestling fans, to a story that's left the WWE Universe in stunned silence. Tonight, we're peeling back the curtain on a moment so raw, so human, it's hard to shake. Seth Rollins, the Visionary, caught crying backstage after a devastating loss that's rocked his world. This isn't just about a match gone wrong, it's about a man unraveling under the weight of betrayal, grief, and a life spent chasing glory. Buckle up, because this is a journey into the heart of what makes wrestling so real. The arena lights dim, the crowd still buzzing from the main event. Seth Rollins, drenched in sweat, limps through the curtain after a grueling title match. He was inches from victory, but a split-second mistake cost him everything. The championship, his pride, his momentum, gone. But what the cameras didn't show was what happened next, in the shadows of the gorilla position, where Seth's carefully crafted persona crumbled, and the man beneath broke down. It wasn't just the loss. Seth's been a cornerstone of WWE, carrying the company through injuries, scandals, and shifting tides. But tonight, the weight of it all hit him like a steel chair. Crew members, used to his fiery promos and unshakable confidence, stood frozen as he slumped against a wall, tears streaming down his face. One whispered to another, "I've never seen him like this." This wasn't the architect. This was Seth, raw and broken. Please like, share and subscribe for more WWE content. Alright, we're halfway through, and things are about to take a serious turn. If you thought you knew where this was going, think again, this is where the real drama unfolds. Stay tuned, because the best is yet to come. The match itself was a war. His opponent, a rising star with a chip on their shoulder, didn't just want the title, they wanted to bury Seth's legacy. Every move felt personal, every taunt a dagger. Fans noticed the shift in Seth's eyes mid-match, a flicker of doubt that hadn't been there before. Insiders say the feud wasn't just kayfabe, there was real heat, rooted in backstage politics and a betrayal that cut deep. Months ago, Seth trusted this opponent, mentored them, shared late-night talks about the business. But ambition is a cruel master. Whispers of secret meetings with management, of promises made behind Seth's back, started to spread. When the rising star aligned with a rival faction, it wasn't just a storyline, it was a knife in Seth's back, a betrayal that echoed his past with the Shield. The locker room is a mess. Some superstars side with Seth, furious at the opportunist who stepped on their hero to climb the ladder. Others, hungry for their own shot, see the loss as a chance to pounce. A veteran pulls Seth aside, offering words of wisdom, but the words barely register. The sting of betrayal isn't new to Seth. Roman Reigns, Jon Moxley, they all left scars, but this one feels different, like a wound that won't close. Then came the health scare. Fans didn't know, but Seth's been wrestling hurt for months. A lingering back injury, ignored for the sake of the show, flared up during the match. Trainers warned him to take time off, but Seth refused, driven by a need to prove he's still the guy. Backstage, after the loss, a medic checked him over, their face grim. The tears weren't just for the title, they were for the fear that his body might be giving up. Social media lit up with a scandal. A blurry video, leaked by an unknown source, showed Seth's breakdown. Fans were divided, some called it a private moment stolen, others saw it as proof of his passion. The clip spread like wildfire, hashtags trending, debates raging over whether Seth was weak or human. A cryptic post from his opponent didn't help, hinting at knowing the real Seth. The ambiguity fueled speculation, but Seth stayed silent. The grief wasn't just about the match. Seth's been carrying ghosts. The memory of fallen friends, legends lost to the grind of the business, haunts him. He's spoken before about Bray Wyatt, about the guilt of not reaching out more. Tonight, alone in the locker room, those losses hit harder. The title was his way of honoring them, of keeping their spirit alive in the ring. Losing it felt like losing them all over again. Family ties are fraying too. Seth's wife, Becky Lynch, a powerhouse in her own right, was there backstage, her own battles weighing heavy. Their marriage, a beacon for fans, isn't immune to the strain of this life. Late-night arguments about time on the road, about pushing through pain, have left them both raw. Becky tried to comfort Seth after the match, but his silence spoke louder than words. She left, giving him space, her own eyes glistening. The fans feel it too. Chants of, "Seth Freakin' Rollins," still echo, but there's a sadness now. Tribute videos flood YouTube, fans stitching together his greatest moments with somber music. They love him, but some wonder if he's lost his edge. Others, fiercely loyal, flood his socials with support, sharing stories of how his resilience pulled them through their own dark times. Backstage dynamics are shifting. The rising star's victory has emboldened others, young talent circling like vultures. A heated confrontation erupts when a mid-carder accuses another of leaking the video for clout. Trust is paper thin in this world, and Seth's loss has cracked the foundation. Veterans try to keep the peace, but the tension is a reminder of how fragile this family is. Management isn't helping. Whispers of creative changes swirl, plans to push the new champion, to sideline Seth for his own good. Triple H, a mentor to Seth, is torn. He sees the toll this life has taken, remembers his own battles with health and heartbreak. But the show must go on, and tough calls loom. Seth, unaware, feels the shift, like the ground moving beneath him. Seth's tears weren't just for the moment. They were for the boy who dreamed of this life, who clawed through indie gyms to become a star. The ring is his home, but it's also his prison. Every scar, every surgery, every betrayal, it's all part of the deal. But tonight, the deal felt too heavy, the cost too high. A friend finds him later, sitting alone, staring at his boots like they hold answers. The scandal grows murkier. The leaked video's source remains a mystery, but fingers point to a disgruntled crew member, someone Seth once stood up for. The betrayal stings, a reminder that loyalty in this business is rare. Fans dig deeper, uncovering stories of Seth's kindness, visiting sick kids, mentoring rookies. It makes the video feel like a violation, a theft of his humanity. The loss ripples outward. Other wrestlers, spooked by Seth's injury, start questioning their own paths. One young star books a specialist appointment, haunted by the same fear Seth faces, a body that can't keep up. The culture of grind through it is cracking, and Seth's breakdown might just be the wake-up call the industry needs. Becky, despite their strain, posts a subtle message online: "He's stronger than you know." It's a lifeline, a reminder of the love that anchors them. Seth sees it, and though he doesn't respond publicly, friends say it pulled him back from the edge. Their bond, tested by this life, is still a fortress, built on shared dreams and unspoken promises. The fans keep chanting, keep hoping. A viral campaign, #BellyVinceth, trends worldwide, fans sharing stories of how his defiance inspired them. Letters pour in, some from kids who see him as a hero, others from adults who see themselves in his struggle. Wrestling, at its core, is about connection, and Seth's pain has forged a new one. The locker room begins to heal, slowly. The veteran who tried to comfort Seth shares a story of their own low point, a reminder that everyone breaks sometimes. The accused leaker owns up, facing consequences but vowing to make it right. It's messy, human, a microcosm of the world they all navigate. Seth starts to surface. A gym selfie, posted days later, shows him battered but standing, a glint of fire in his eyes. It's not a comeback yet, but it's a spark. Friends say he's talking to a therapist, confronting the grief and fear he's carried too long. The road back is long, but Seth's never been one to stay down. The WWE Universe watches, waits. The title picture shifts, but Seth's absence leaves a void. His story, his fight, resonates because it's ours too. We've all lost, hurt, doubted ourselves. Seth's tears weren't weakness, they were proof he's human, proof he cares. And that's why we care back. The business keeps moving, but this moment lingers. Seth's legacy isn't just in titles or matches, it's in the lives he's touched, the hearts